Hey, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all about gentle skincare, sometimes self-care, and today we're talking April Faves, the video where I get to share with you all the skincare and beauty products that made a big difference to me this month. So if you're so ready to find out the products that I've been loving, give the video a big thumbs up and let's jump right in. First up, Isntree Yam Root Vegan Milk Toner. Now, if you caught my recent video about hydrating toners, I recently tried out 5 brand new ones I've never used before with mixed results. Not all of them were my favorite, but one of my favorites from the video was the Isntree Yam Root Toner. This is such an interesting product, and I think that, the fact that it is a moisturizing toner, but it is so light and still hydrating is what really blew me away about this product and really ultimately ended up making it one of my favorite toners that I've recently tried. I think we're in this really cool, interesting era with Korean skincare right now where definitely moisturizing toners have been having a moment, right? Ever since Laneige Cream Skin Refiner hit the scene and became uber popular, right? There have been so many other brands releasing their own versions of moisturizing toners. And I've been loving that because, my skin teeter-totters between being combination and even slightly more towards the oily side and dry. Not only does my skin type fluctuate with the seasons and, with April, what an interesting month weather-wise, right? Just in the Midwest, April's when we're just coming out of winter, unfortunately. It's a very long season, right? So there was one weekend where there was like 4 inches of snow, and then it was like a week and a half later after the snowstorm in April, it was 80 degrees outside. So you can see that my skin is kind of like in a very odd spot where it's hanging onto its winter dryness, wanting to get a little bit more oily in combination, but I'm also a tretinoin user, so it's just like dryness is kind of always something that I'm dealing with. Moisture is something that I highly value in my skincare routines. Anyways, this toner though, while it does bring balancing moisture to the skin, it is not overly moisturizing. It actually has a really high hydration factor to it. It's not really rich. It doesn't build up greasy on the skin. There is oil here in the ingredients list. There's a couple of different oils, but they have processed these oils in a way that makes it so much lighter. It brings moisture, but just not greasiness. And what really surprised me about this product is the fact that I can layer this onto my skin multiple times. So the texture, it's milky, but it's runny. It's very light. It's quickly absorbed into the skin. There's a nice amount of hydration here. My dehydration is happy with this toner. And then once it's absorbed into your skin, you're just going to feel that little bit of balance, that tiny bit of comfort on your skin. When your skin is feeling a little bit dry, that's just like that hug, that kiss of moisture that feels so, so good. That's what I feel. Surprisingly, I can put this onto my skin 2 times, 3 times without it getting thick, without it getting oily on the top, or without it making my skin feel kind of strange. And I have to say, I really haven't found other moisturizing toners that I can layer onto my skin like this. Usually when I use a moisturizing toner, I'm using it in addition to a hydrating toner. That's just my skin, right? That's just what feels good for me. Layering up a lot of moisture, my skin, while I do experience dryness, it is really traditionally combination, and all of that layered moisture doesn't feel super good. It doesn't feel really comfortable on my skin. I could not believe I could put this onto my skin 3 times without it feeling funny, without it affecting the other products that I put on top of it. I was really, really impressed. And like I said already, but I just really need to emphasize, it's hydrating enough for my skin. So what a unique, unicorn winner here, right? So next is another toner. This is the Thank You Farmer Phyto Relieful Cica Boosting Toner. Now this actually didn't make the toner video this month. It didn't quite make that testing period to make it into the video. But that doesn't mean that I didn't like this at all. And in fact, you saw me use this in my recent skincare routine where I featured all my favorite Korean skincare ingredients. This was the entry for Centella. And the Centella in here is quite nice. It has a little bit of that, calming kind of like comforting effect to it. But I'm not really using this product for the Centella. I'm using this product for the exfoliating benefits that it brings, because this contains LHA and PHA. Now those are the new generation versions of AHA and BHA, but they're a lot gentler on the skin. And I have found in my sensitive skin journey that those ingredients really work well with my skin. I get really nice benefits, but I don't get the irritation. Now PHA is like AHA. It really rejuvenates the surface of your skin. It helps the dead skin cells shed away so your skin appears brighter, smoother, and it's particularly helpful if you do suffer with congestion or some textural issues on your skin. And let me tell you, like I said, it snowed at the beginning of April, but mostly it's been quite warm in April. Like all this week it's been 80. It's 80 degrees outside. I'm like kind of itching. I wish I was like filming like outside right now because it's so nice. But with the warmer weather, my skin wants to be oily, and with a little bit of increased oil, especially at the beginning of the season where my skin is shifting into more of its combination state, I'm seeing more of those just really minor congestion, those little minor clogged pores, a little bit more texture at the forehead. My bangs cover it up. But definitely I'm noticing a little bit more of that. And so a little bit more exfoliation in my routine, just like a little pick-me-up, is really what my skin is craving, just to kind of help as I'm transitioning into my combination skin phase. So the PHA, that's what we were talking about. PHA really helps with those minor textural, those little bumps at the surface of your skin, enlarged pores. It can help with the appearance of blackheads as well. But I love that they've combined the PHA with LHA in this toner. And that's basically like BHA. It goes deeper into the pores. So that's actually really great to get to the root of your blackheads. It's really great to get to the root of the clogged pores, or if you've got full-on pimples, this can really help dive a little bit deeper into the skin. The combination, I love it because it's exactly what my skin needs in one application, but in a gentle format. Like this is not, making my skin extra dry or irritated while I'm using tretinoin. It's just gentle enough. And I've been having a really good time experimenting with gentle exfoliating products. That probably should be a video that I do next, right? Is like the gentle exfoliating products that I've discovered. This is definitely one of them. And I've been adding this into my routines like once a week, 2 times a week, just to get the exfoliating benefits. Now, sometimes I do use this as my main toner. I layer it up and I don't find that increases potential irritation at all. It doesn't bother my skin layered at all. So sometimes I'll use it layered, but mostly I really rely on this with just one layer, and I actually do pair it with other hydrating toners because while this is my favorite for its ability to really help keep my skin clear, to help with texture, to keep my skin cells shedding and keep my skin bright, like I said, just that pick-me-up in between tretinoin applications, I love it for that, but it's not really that hydrating. I have to be honest with you. Some products, definitely have other uses for me, and so I'm just using this like a gentle exfoliating treatment. It could be hydrating enough, I think, for people who aren't as dehydrated as I am, but it's a very thin, lightweight texture, very quickly absorbed in the skin. You get a little bit of that centella calming effect, and as you're continuously using this, you're going to notice your skin's looking a little bit brighter, a little bit clearer, a little bit smoother. Who doesn't like that, right? So definitely a really helpful product for me as my skin is transitioning into this warmer weather. Next, let's talk about the Hyggee Natural Repair Ginseng Serum. Now, I've been on a real ginseng kick lately. I've been trying a lot of new ginseng products because I do have a video featuring ginseng coming up. Like, hang tight, it's coming. I'm in the current process working on it. And I've been really renewing my love for this ingredient because it's something that I have enjoyed for many, many years, but it is something that kind of fell out of my routine when I did choose that fragrance-free route a couple of years ago for my sensitive skin. So a lot of my old-time favorite ginseng products actually fell out of my routine. So looking at the ingredients list, there's a lot going on here for sure. And I have to be honest with you, that is something that gave me pause before I purchased this product. It's like I've had a lot of starts and stops with this product. I was like, I don't know about the ingredients list. I paid quite a bit for this. I would think it was about $40. You can get it for a lot less, but I wanted to get it shipped to me very quickly. So I paid like the full price for it. It was pretty expensive in my book. So I took a chance there with the money. I took a chance with the ingredients. I'm smelling it. I'm not getting ginseng, and I'm kind of getting turned off from this product. I have to say. One thing that impressed me, like before I ever put it on my face, was the texture, because it's actually quite different from a lot of my favorite ginseng products that don't contain fragrance, because it's not watery. So many ginseng products have a toner or an essence type of texture, or just a really runny gel type of texture. This is a thicker gel texture. I wasn't expecting that. And it actually feels, it has like a plumping, hydrating kind of feel, but it also has a balancing moisture to it that my skin really enjoys. I love that balance in skincare with hydration and a little bit of moisture. It's not greasy, it's not oily, but it just has that little bit of balance that is perfect for my combination skin. And I've really just been enjoying the texture. It's really added something to my routine. It's not heavy, but it's still, you know what I mean? Like, it still comforts my skin. And it's not sticky, and it's not like shiny or anything. It's not weird. Like, it's just like a really nice, elegant, it almost slightly reminds me of like a snail type of product. Not as plumping, definitely not as plumping or as hydrating, but it kind of reminds me of my favorite snail essences. So I was like, okay, texture wise, I'm enjoying this. But I wasn't really seeing benefits from it right away. So I wasn't, you know, like I said, I wasn't sure what to expect. I wasn't feeling super impressed with it. I was feeling a little pressed on my wallet from it. And I'm like, okay. I'm just going to keep chugging along with this, not really sure. And after about 2 weeks, I really felt like, hey, this is making a difference in my routine. And I even took it out of my routine for like a week just to make sure that I wasn't like, it wasn't like a placebo effect or something, right? It definitely was helping my skin. Not only was my skin looking more bright and healthy and lit from within, which is 100% what I expect from ginseng products, but my skin was stronger, it was calmer, it was less inflamed. When I was testing this product out, if you've caught my other monthly favorites in the last couple of months, I've been talking a lot about inflamed breakouts. I had a really bad reaction to a vitamin D supplement that I was taking that just like completely like made inflammation explode all over my body, including on my face. So I was dealing with a lot of inflamed pimples, and just the healing process is kind of slow with that, right? And I really feel like this product helped to reduce inflammation, the redness, and just kind of the dullness, you know, because a lot of inflammation just really kind of takes it out of your skin. And I really felt like this restored the vitality really to my skin. I feel like I'm back in my own skin, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of things that I did, but this product I think really kind of helped with that healing process overall. So this was one that was slow to show its benefits to me. I was really, really expecting to not like this, that this was just going to be a write-off product. You know, like I was never really going to talk about it because I didn't really like it. But I just needed to have a little bit of faith. I needed to give it a little bit of time, stay consistent with it, and now I'm just really loving it so much. Let's talk about another product that I didn't think I was gonna like, but ended up surprising me. It's the Roche-Posay Toleriane Ultra Soothing Repair Moisturizer. Now, the reason that I didn't think I was gonna like this was the texture. Whenever I get any new product, the very first thing I do is I put it onto my hands because I'm like, what's the texture like? You know, I'm obsessed with textures. And especially when it comes to moisturizers, there's a very specific type of quality and a very specific type of texture that I'm looking for that works well for my skin. And not every moisturizer is obviously going to meet those requirements. And so I tried this on my hand and I was like, this is really thin. I really don't believe this is going to be enough for my skin. And so, yeah, it's definitely thin. It's very lotion-like. And as you work into your skin, you will feel emolliency. There's definitely a moisture element to this that feels very nourishing on the skin. And it has good absorbency. Like I said, it's a thinner layer moisturizer. It's not really thick and buttery, but it feels very moisturizing. And I was like, okay, but I don't feel the occlusive factor. And I really need that to hug hydration into my dehydrated skin. I need that occlusive factor. That is make or break for moisturizers and me, right? So I was like, I don't think this is it. And then I was like, okay, like 30 seconds later, I feel like it was, I almost like my mind was going somewhere else. And I was like, hey, wait a second. As this dried, as it absorbed, it became really occlusive on my skin. And I was like, all right, I am going to try this on my face. I still don't have like high hopes for this, but like this is intriguing to me. I'm going to try this out. Okay, so I tried this out and it was like thin but moisturizing. And then that occlusion kicks in once it's fully absorbed onto your skin. And I was like, hey, this feels really great. And this is awesome because it's a little bit thinner in weight than some of my favorite moisturizers are right now, right? And it's been really warm and my skin's getting a little bit more oily and it's kind of hot and I don't want a lot of heavy layers on my skin, but I still need the moisture and I still need the occlusion. And like, this is kind of like the perfect product that came around at the perfect time. It's thin, but it's occlusive. It's moisturizing, but it's not too rich and heavy. It's like that perfect like medium. You know what I mean? Like it just really hit the spot for me this month. I did not think I was going to like it. It ended up surprising me. Like my eyes kind of deceived me a little bit. This just doesn't perform exactly how it looks, but I've really been liking it. It is an incredibly simple formula here. It really is just about moisturizing your skin and sealing it in. It's not really about barrier repair or, you know, ceramides or cholesterol. It's very, very simple, but that's absolutely fine for me and my sensitive skin. And I want to do a quick shout out to these Scrunchie wrist guard things. I don't know what the proper word is for these, but I freaking love these things. Now you've seen these in a couple of skincare routines from me now. The idea is these like scrunchy kind of terry cloth type of absorbent material scrunchies go onto your wrists before you wash your face. Because if you've ever washed your face and had the water as you're like, you know, like washing your face run down your arm, it's so gross. I really don't like that. And it's even worse when it hits whatever you're wearing, like your sleeves, and then your sleeves get soaked and you have to change your shirt. It's the worst. I also just really seem to have problems with water pooling up on my countertop. And these things actually do work. They stop the water from dripping down your arm. And so it really helps protect your sleeves. But even when I'm wearing these, I find I'm getting a lot less water on the countertop too. It just makes washing your face a lot easier, a lot less messy. And then I just put these when I'm done and they're wet. I just put them on the side of the bathtub. They air dry and then they're ready for the next use. Throw them in the wash, you know, once a week or whatever, and you're good to go. They're so simple. They seem silly and not necessary. These are actually like accessories that have made washing my face more enjoyable, easier, less messy. My countertop thanks me, and so I really wanted to shout these out. They're silly, but they work. I got these particular ones in a set from I Do Care. It's the perfect spa set. It's these scrunchies and a headband, but you can also get these. I mean, they're very readily available on Yes Style. They're very, very affordable. You can probably get them on Amazon too. I'll put some links in the description box if you want to pick up a pair, because like, these are awesome. So with the changing season, you may be noticing some changes in your skin and me may be looking to shake up your skincare routine. I want to let you know I do have some available spots this month for skincare consults. I do offer a couple of different levels of consults, anywhere from personalized skincare recommendations to skincare routine refreshes to like a whole skincare redo. Like we do your skincare from top to bottom, morning, nighttime, you know, sunscreen, masks, the whole shebang. So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in getting a little bit more personal guidance from me on your skincare routine, check out the link in the description box. What an amazing month this has been. You know, I'm coming out of a really long winter. This is the first month where spring really feels real. The sun is staying out longer, the temperatures are warming up, and that is really revitalizing me. I mean, I love that change from winter into spring where I just really start to feel the energy of the season, and it really stokes my creativity. It really revitalizes me, and it's such a really special, fantastic time. You know, this month I've really been meditating on the idea of mindfulness. It's really helped me to learn how to be in the present moment and to find pleasure in not stuff, you know, but just moments in life. And that's really what this month has been for me. You know, the self-care time that I've carved out has been more about being in the present moment than anything else. I mean, just being outside as we're seeing nature come to life now, so pleasurable. Some of the favorite things that I've done this month has been just like sitting on my couch with all the windows open and reading a book, you know, and just enjoying the experience of that has been like I said, my favorite thing I did this month was that. So I've really been enjoying mindfulness. It's really been bringing me a lot of pleasure, and it actually has helped me to step away from screens. Screen time, phones, computers can be so consuming, and you get in this endless like dead scrolling, like almost like zombie like behavior. Sometimes I pick up my phone and I just start scrolling through Instagram, and I'm like, I don't even want to be doing this, but like I just automatically started doing it. And since I've been, like I said, being more mindful and trying to be more present and enjoying simple things, I've been doing that a lot less. And so I wanted to offer mindfulness as the message of this month's video. It has been helping me so much. Some simple tips, because mindfulness is not easy. Not in this world, it's not. There's so many distractions, but some simple tips can be just concentrating in on your breathing. I find I talk a lot. I talk very fast, and I can sometimes like lose my breath because I'm just going, and I'm not taking a step back, and I'm not like necessarily being super present, and it's just like taking that breath, you know what I mean? That resetting, that cleansing kind of breath. Whenever you're feeling a little hot, when you're feeling a little anxious, when you're feeling a little emotional, just take a step back and breathe. I know it sounds simple, but it actually can help you so much. And it really is about getting yourself back into your body, and that's about being present and mindful. Trying to take a step away from the screens if you can, being more mindful of your usage of that and mindful of the impact that it has on your life can be incredibly freeing. Really tapping into your senses. I've been having so much fun really diving back into cooking and really getting back in touch with my food, and really creating simple but healthy meals that nourish my body, and enjoying the process of cooking that and preparing that and being mindful during that moment, not just slapping things together quickly. It's definitely a privilege of time, but if you can carve out that time to really wake up your senses as you're creating your food, as you're cooking it, but also even if you don't have that time as you're eating it. We're often eating and looking at our phone, or being completely in another world in our head as we're eating, and that's not being present and mindful, and that's not waking up your senses. Really enjoy the texture, the taste, the smells, everything. Be in the moment. Get outside. It's a beautiful season right now to get outside and appreciate nature renewing itself. There's a lot to be grateful for. There's a lot of beautiful, simple pleasures in life that we often overlook because we're constantly in our heads, we're constantly busy, we're constantly being distracted. It is an effort to get out of that, but it can be so rewarding when you do. So now I'm curious to hear what your favorite products from the month were, or maybe a lesson that you learned. Let me know in the comment box below. If you love this video, you watch the whole thing, you even listen to me talk about mindfulness, we must have a connection. We must be on the same wavelength. If you enjoyed this video, please, I would be so honored if you would hit subscribe if you haven't already. Come join our community. I do release a lot of new videos all about skincare, sensitive skin, Korean skincare products. So hit subscribe and maybe turn on notifications so you're never out of the loop. I love you so much. I can't wait to see you next month, and I hope you are healthy, happy, and safe. I'll talk to you soon.